Welcome back to the channel on the weekend where the unbeaten teams whittled down to 4. United continue their terrible start to the season and Chelsea continue to fire blanks. Let's get into the action. Right, kicking things off then, we've got Wolves, Liverpool, 3-1 Liverpool. Your boys, mate. What did you think?
Yeah, mate. It's a game of two halves is all I can say, really.
Yeah, literally, mate. Michael Owen.
First half. Well,
that's a Michael Owen, like analogy, isn't it?
First half, we were absolutely diabolical.
Mate.
Yeah, we were diabolical. And Pedro Neto was given our back four, especially Gomez, absolute nightmares. He looked like prime Mbappe, mate.
He looked
quality, mate. His stop-start dribbling is unreal. And I thought, oh, here we go. I thought this is going to be, back to reality. But yeah, second half, mate, we was like a different team. Klopp tweaked it, didn't he?
Yeah, you say that. We joke around about a tale of two halves, but Wolves were very good in the first half. Very good. Like you said, Neto, is it Bellegarde? I thought Lamina was beast, and I've been really impressed with him all season, to be fair. But they just can't score.
No.
Same old story, mate. Same old story. Klopp's clever changes, though. Twisted the game on its head.
Yeah, it changed
had nothing for it, did it?
Robert said after it was a 4-4-2, but to me it looked like a 4-2-3-1 with Gakpo in the 10 inside up top. But yeah, as soon as Nunes came on and Diaz came on, I thought they just changed the game. They just stretch it.
I thought it was a little clever from Klopp as well, because did he make 1 or 2 subs at half time?
Made Diaz at half time,
and then literally like 4 minutes later, I was like, I feel like that's clever from Klopp. I might just be.
They can't.
Well,
don't know what's going on.
Gary's not had the chance to then talk to the team.
Do you know what I really rate as well? Like Salah put it across and Gakpo got the goal, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then he was subbing Gakpo and he still subbed Gakpo.
Yeah.
A lot of managers would have been like, oh, I'll leave him.
Yeah, leave him on.
But he had the balls to do it, and he needed to do it because Gakpo was having a shocker. Like just got to tap in, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Diaz and Nunes come on, stretched them a bit, and we just looked so much better.
Yeah.
And Szoboszlai dropped in deeper, and he was just running the game from deeper.
One thing I will
went
say,
off, which was great because he had a shocker.
He had an absolute shocker.
He was tired.
He was getting rinsed in.
He literally get the ball. Someone would be on his back, he'd literally have like 20, thinks he's got 20 minutes to like pick a pass and he just get tackled. I don't know what he was doing.
It seemed like that play, it's like they panic on the ball when they're getting pressured, and he's just like, he just wasn't playing well. He just couldn't do it.
He got back from like South America like about 15 hours before, so you could tell he was just tired. It's a weird one.
Again, same old story for Wolves, unfortunately. Can't score a goal. I mean, they obviously Wang got the goal early on, but it could have been 4-5-0 at half time.
Got no goals in that team.
But yeah, anyway.
Why are they not going to buy it, put in a fat bid for Ian Acho or something?
I know, the whole Ian Acho one's crazy. I don't know why he's still...
What are they doing? What are they doing? They need a striker, a proper striker.
Yeah, madness, mate. Madness. But right, let's get into Man United Brighton then. 3-1 Brighton. I bet you had a whale of a time watching this one, didn't you, big boy?
I loved it, mate. Loved it. I was switching over to the games on my VPN. Don't have a dodgy stick or anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, every time like that, I put it on and like I just got glued to the game. I was like, it's hilarious. Like I think when they scored the first goal, Brighton, and then the second, and then and then that was it. And then I popped it on when Brighton United's goal was disallowed. That was funny.
Yeah. And the Højlund one that just went out. Yeah. I mean, it's whiskers. It is whiskers. It is out though. Like, it is out. I mean, out's out. Like it is. But
mate, Brighton making 6 changes and still rolling them over like that. It's unbelievable. Crazy. Just such a good man.
It's crazy because I look at their squad and I still think I'm like, it doesn't seem that good. But
it's Welbeck. Like Welbeck. If Welbeck was any of a team, Welbeck's probably a blooming Burnley
Lallana starting.
Yeah, Lallana, that block, what's it called?
Little assist, mate.
Little dummy, didn't he? Yeah. Unbelievable. Like, unbelievable.
I think he got the assist.
This is why I was going off a bit. I was listening on the radio today about playing hard under pressure and people saying, oh, is he the man for the job? And you've got to give him more time and stuff. And then I'm like, people were like, look at De Zerbi. Look what, they're like, he hasn't got the players. Look what De Zerbi's got. Yeah. The players that he's got are not top players, many of them. You put them in other teams, they don't do well. United have got some good players. You've got to have a manager who can get the best out of them.
Well, yeah. Like, we said it a little bit about Emre with Villa last season. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, yes. On the subject of Brighton, De Zerbi, their stats are crazy. They're like second, third, first. Like it's only City that are ahead of them in most of their stats.
I think their XG is 4th best in Europe.
Yeah, they're dangerous, man.
Yeah, mate, they score so many goals. The players like Gross and like I know Milner's Gross and Pedro. Like Pedro's come from the Championship. He's not playing. He comes on, scores against United. Welbeck, like I'm telling you now, Welbeck gets in. He gets in Burnley, Sheffield United, Luton, Everton. They're probably the only team he gets in.
I know what you're saying, and he
probably doesn't do well.
Like if you look at like their stars, they've probably only got like Ferguson, Mitoma. I mean, Dunk's been solid, but
like
again,
March pure example.
Yeah, Solly March.
Solly March, right, is a good Premier League player.
Yeah.
He was a Championship player. He came up with Brighton, did well. He's a good Premier League player. He's a Fulham player.
Yeah.
Solly March should not be pulling up trees like he is. That system, I don't know what they do, but that system's unbelievable. He's just got them absolutely nailed down.
Yeah.
And unbelievable, like fair play. Like I'm a bit worried that Ten Hag or Poch will get sacked and then De Zerbi will go to one of them and he'll actually be decent.
I mean, the way it's going, well, I was just about to say,
so good. Like,
that's
so good.
3 losses in 5 now for United. Obviously, they've got a lot going off the field that's going on in terms of the owners and players. Yeah.
Get arrested.
Yeah. But surely there's got to be, because watching the game, it doesn't look like the players are playing for him. You got the odd splash or two.
Yeah.
Rashford look extremely greedy.
He's so
greedy. I don't know why. Do you know what I was thinking? I was like, is he a bit like nervous that Højlund's playing with him and he was like, oh, I'm not going to do this?
Do you know what I'm thinking?
What?
Do you remember last year when you told me that he was the best player in the world?
Well, hang on a minute. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Hang the
you
phone
said
up.
for the last 4 or 5 weeks he's been the best player
up.
in the world.
Yeah, there was a period in time. The argument was there was a period in time last season for about 2 months where he was one of the best players in the world.
About 45 seconds when he scored a goal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. People were comparing him to Salah, mate. Absolute
Yeah, but
audacity.
it's consistency, isn't it?
Well, this is why you don't compare it. He hasn't never had the consistency.
That's why I stated the fact that for them 2 months.
But no, you did say, yeah.
Regardless, United are on a bit of a spin.
Do you see
Casemiro's not doing anything. No. He's dead out.
See, Wan-Bissaka's out for 2 months now. They're not got the luck.
That's dangerous, mate. Because they had regular on left back, mate.
Maguire right back?
No, they got Dallo.
I know, I'm joking.
But Martinez, everyone was raving about Martinez. Yeah. To be fair, I thought he was decent, but he's looked sloppy.
He's been poor this season.
Like, he can't defend.
Unana, like that Pedro one. De Gea saves that.
But this is a problem, yeah? These players at other clubs, this is why I always feel like when you know a club's in a little bit of turmoil, that these players, if they were at other clubs, they'd be performing. Bruno Fernandes in Real Madrid or something would be smashing it. He's just, behind Kulusevski, he's run the most in the Premier League this season. But they're just not doing it. Like you said, Onana, look at him last season in Milan, he was pulling out weldies. He can't even... That was a basic save for one of them shots he should have saved.
I think Ten Hag's got a lot to answer for, because you look at... He spent 400 million since he's come in.
Yeah.
You look at his midfield, right? You got Casemiro, Amrabat, who hasn't played yet.
He's injured.
Older players.
Yeah.
Legs. Mount. Ericsson. McTominay.
Yeah.
That midfield's got no legs. Bruno.
That's what I just said. Bruno's doing all the running.
That midfield's got no legs.
Nah.
That's an aging midfield with no legs.
Yeah.
Really, really bizarre.
Well, McTominay gets about.
Yeah. But
he's only just started playing, to be fair.
Like playing Ericsson, Casemiro together, and then Amrabat when he came in.
Well, they changed it up, didn't they?
That's not mobile.
They changed it up.
That's not mobile.
It looked like they were playing 2 up top, like Rashford and Højlund. But like I said, Rashford was being too greedy.
Yeah, but before we move on, I mean, I can't see it improving anytime soon, which is absolutely brilliant.
No.
I think they're in for an absolute shocker of a season, to be honest.
I mean, like you said, something's got to budge, and it's probably going to be Ten Hag. But
yeah, that's my worry if they get a top manager in. But I don't.
Who's knocking about?
Well, that's what I mean. They could go all out guns blazing for De Zerbi, but someone like De Zerbi.
I mean, De Zerbi, would he come across pretty loyal?
Would he wait for City? Might wait for City.
Yeah, but who says he's going for City?
Well, of course he's going to City. Have you seen him?
Yeah,
when Pep finally does step down.
They were talking about Ange going to City as well, because he used to be part of their group. Like,
mate, De Zerbi's different gravy.
City. Pep might stay there for another 5 years. Who knows? But anyway, United are in trouble. Brighton are knocking.
Fair play.
They had that one little hiccup against West Ham. Other than that, they've been superb. So, right, let's move on then to Spurs. Sheffield United, bit of a crazy game this one, 2-1 Spurs.
Absolute madness.
Wasn't stressful at all, mate.
Mate, I had a bet on.
Yeah.
And I had 2 teams that were losing. One of was Spurs, the rest were all winning.
Yeah.
And then Spurs obviously come back 1-2-1. I was like, that's typical. They've come back. And then I looked and the other team had come back as well. I couldn't believe it. 2 teams come back in the last like 10 minutes.
Villa.
No, it's Crawley.
Oh. Anyway, enough of your betting antics. We were the better team for the first half. I was like, it's only a matter of time. We're going to score. It just never come. And then obviously Sheffield bloody got a little cheeky goal from a long throw in.
Do you know what?
Always danger.
Do you know we didn't give Sheffield United a hope?
They've been very hard to break down.
They've played City, went 1-0 up. Yeah. Oh no, was it 1? I can't remember.
No, City scored late on.
Yeah, so it was 2-1, wasn't it?
No, I think City won.
Sheffield United scored.
Oh.
Sheffield United definitely scored against it. It was 2-1.
I don't know about that.
I'm telling you, it was 100% 2-1. Okay.
Okay.
They've scored against City. Give
Yeah.
City a hard game.
Yeah.
They had to really work for it. They've lost to you in the last minute.
Well, yeah.
Like literally scored against you, defended really well. They played Everton. I should have beat them. They've played someone else.
They drew with Everton, didn't they? They played another big team, yeah.
Yeah, they've had hard games and they've been hard to beat. I actually think they could have a chance of staying
Well,
up.
I said it about Luton, didn't you? You have to, if you're a promoted team and you have to be defensively minded, and they are, and they've got a good front two as well. But
they're sitting
Burnley
in, they're hard to break down. They're hard to break down, and then they're going to scoring goals against big teams. So if they can do that against some of the lower teams, then.
That's it, mate. That's it. I thought early on, well, I can't remember if it was early on. It was like in the first half, I think. Madison should have had a penalty, and they didn't even talk about it in match today, which annoyed me because I was like, "What's happened there?"
Yeah, it's a pen. The one on the corner of the box.
Yeah, so it's a pen. It's a bit soft. He dived a little bit, but it's a pen.
Yeah.
But what a finish to the game, mate. Obviously, Richarlison coming off the bench, getting his header much needed, and got the assist. Latest ever winning goal in the Premier League.
Oh, do you know what? Was it the winner? Yeah, the winner. Udogie. What is it? What minute were we? Like
99th, I think.
99th minute.
He scored in the 100th.
99th minute, a left back, Udogie pressing high, wins the ball. He made that goal, but just by pressing, wins
great.
it, gives it, and Kudaset gets it. Great finish.
Yeah, great finish. Good subs from Ange. I think we thoroughly deserved it. Goalkeeper made some good saves from Sheffield. I can't remember his name now, but he was doing an awful lot of time wasting. Their manager come out at the end and was sort of going on about it. But I was like, do you hear his excuse saying about that the keeper has to, because we press, he has to work out where he was going to pass to and everything. I was like, that's balls, mate. Just kick it long. Like, literally, they were time wasting from the 28th minute, mate.
Yeah, you can't blame him for that, though.
But another...
Sheffield United go to Spurs, you can't blame him for that.
No, you can't. Two things. Did you see the fan fall out of the crowd when they scored?
No.
He fell out because we have a big pride flag, I think, over at the away end.
Yeah.
he falls over and like rolls down. I'm pretty sure the next time I saw the flag, it like snapped in the corner, so he must have literally fell through it.
Flag, Jesus.
So I hope you're fine, mate. If you're watching, probably not. And the other thing is that we're the only other team to come back from a losing point to win more than 100 times. Do you know who the other team is?
Liverpool.
United.
What is this in,
They're
in
103.
Premier history?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So yeah, little thing. 13 yellow cards.
That's mental.
Referee was a bit, and again, Cuti Romero, you're right, mate. If it's scared, Cuti Romero, not one of them, mate.
Oh, big boy.
You would have put, mate. If someone says there's been 13 yellow cards in the Spurs game, you'd be like, Romero must have got sent off.
Yeah.
Not even a yellow card, mate.
Mental.
He only made one foul.
Are you in the title race?
I think we're in the top 4 race.
In the top 4 race. Swear that.
Well, we are. We're in one of the only unbeaten teams still. Along with. Do you know what? To be fair, I know it's obviously early on. It's easy to say that because we're one of them 4 teams, but the way we've started, I would have said Liverpool and Arsenal were the only 2 that could possibly challenge City, and we're the top 4 that are obviously unbeaten.
And Brighton.
Brighton lost.
No, but I'm having them to challenge.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's fine. And they're not challenging the league, but they'll challenge for top 4. I think.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Because obviously Chelsea and United have shat out. I think the problem with look what's happened to United as Newcastle as well. I think European football is going to test Brighton, Newcastle, and Villa, but
true.
We'll see. But I mean, it's positive times. Ange, I think he's gone over 1,000 minutes or something. I can't remember the exact stat, but he's unbeaten at home in like last 50 games or something.
Decent.
Right, let's get into West Ham City then. 3-1 City. I mean, City again are just too good, mate.
I tell you what,
just too good.
I went against Haaland capsule on FPL, didn't I?
Yeah.
I got lucky. He could have had a hat-trick.
I know.
He had 5 big chances, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean...
He missed some sitters and some good saves as well.
Yeah, I was about to say, they made a couple of good saves. But he is lucky that he gets a lot of bloody chances.
Guy's an animal. It's not luck, is it? You never make the chance.
No, but because he's... I mean, in the sense that he's playing for City, if he was playing a Leicester team, he's not getting 5 or 6 chances to get that goal in the first place. Because it's not even this week. There's been a few weeks gone by that he's missed a couple of golden opportunities.
Yeah,
because he gets so many. Yeah, he can rectify it.
His movement's so good. Yeah. But that Jeremy Doku looks good.
Yeah, looks made dangerous. He runs at people, doesn't he?
So different to Grealish.
Yeah,
like Grealish will suck you in, win a foul or give it, whereas Doku just wants to go past people.
Well, Doku wants to run it, yeah. Where Grealish, I think he used to like run at people, but I think he plays a bit more football. But then once Pep gets in Doku's head, maybe he slows that down a bit. But I don't know. You played to your strengths, didn't you?
Yeah.
But Ward-Prowse getting on the score sheet again.
Yeah.
Can't stop the man.
Fair play.
I think he nearly got the assist to Zuma. Had a tasty little header from a corner, but I think Emerson made a little sweet save from that.
Yeah, they didn't play bad. They didn't play bad, West Ham, but
no, they did. They held their own. To be fair, they held their own. I think they probably maybe could have got something another day, but West Ham, they're doing well. They're doing well.
Yeah,
I've been impressed with them.
City's just too good.
The City's too good, mate. I mean, Silva's little cheeky goal. Alvarez.
Oh, that pass from Alvarez, by the way. Yeah, that was an absolute joke.
Yeah, it was. Shit. He had a free kick as well, didn't he? Hit the post. Hit the post for a free kick?
I don't know.
Can't remember. Right, let's get into Villa Palace then. 3-1 Villa. I think another team that left it late.
Tell you what, Palace scored. I thought, here we go. What's going on here then?
Yeah.
Edouard again.
Yeah, again. 4 goals now, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought Eze had a couple of chances, didn't he? It was one-on-one the keeper twice.
Yeah, I mean, there was one, I think he could have flicked it over and got a little cheeky save to it.
There's another one. Yeah, and
Diaby got that early goal.
Disallowed, was
unfortunate.
Yeah, but Villa, very good. I didn't realise, but someone pointed out in the comments in the week that this is Villa's 9th home win in a row.
They were going for it, yeah.
So but now they've got it, yeah. So, absolutely flying at home. And, Diaby looks a player. And
they're decent.
They're just so organised, Villa. And, yeah, they dominated. They to go 1-0 down, they were...
Yeah, there was that
no way deserve that.
There was a period of time where Palace were probably on top, but I think for the most part, Villa was dominating. Great goal from Duran.
Oh, what a touch and finish, by the way. My days.
Absolute
that touch and finish was absolute brilliant.
Tasty. I've never even seen him.
Did he score the other week?
I didn't even know he was a player.
I think he scored the other week. I think there were a few goals up.
Maybe
Watkins is in trouble. He could lose his place.
Is Duran playing up top though? I thought he was in the field. Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, could lose his place. No,
yeah, maybe.
Didn't think of that.
Oh God.
But
changes the FPL video.
Yeah, no, I've just said to keep Watkins on my FPL video. But yeah, no, Villa just he's just such a good coach, and they've got some good players now. I think they're going for really good
attacking wise as well. They're solid.
Oh, they go forward. So
they've got a lot of options.
Yeah,
I mean Leon Bailey coming on.
Dean Moreno when he's back. Cash, they've got attacking fullbacks. So exciting to watch.
Douglas Luiz, mate.
Douglas Luiz come up with a thing. Loves a pen, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're excited.
Yeah, took his pen well.
Yeah, fair play.
Villa continue knocking on the door, mate.
Yeah,
like you said, nine wins at home. Palace. I mean, it was just a little hiccup. It was always going to be a tough game for them, but they'll be all right.
Yeah, Fulham at home next week, aren't they? So
yeah, exactly.
Expect them to get in there.
Tasty. Right, let's get on to Everton, Arsenal. Then 1-0 Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal hadn't won at Goodison in 5 years. I was like, come on, make it.
I knew it weren't great. But I didn't know it was that long.
Make it another year, but
they huffed and puffed, didn't they? But
yeah, I mean, Everton had their chances. Yeah. They did have their chances, but
I feel like it's the same thing every week with Everton. They're not playing badly. They're not conceding many goals, but they're not scoring any goals. Are you worried about them yet? Because you know they're your second team and stuff.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I mean, I was always worried about them. I don't know why I'm talking about. I really don't care for them.
No, you were sure they'd stay up.
Yeah, I'm still quietly confident. I mean, the doubt will creep in because they're not winning or scoring goals. But obviously, Arsenal made some big changes, dropping Ramsdale for Raya.
Wild.
I mean, to be fair, they did it a couple. They did it.
Such a weird one, isn't it?
They did it when they brought in Ramsdale in the first place. They let Leno play a couple more games, and then they dropped him, and then it's never went back. So I feel like maybe that's going to be the case here. I don't think
he's done anything wrong with Ramsdale.
He hasn't done anything wrong, but I do think Raya's a better goalkeeper. No, he's just a better goalkeeper.
Yeah.
He probably the one thing he probably lacks over Ramsdale. Ramsdale's probably a better leader.
I don't think there's much in the shot
statistically he's much better.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And I think Ramsdale 6 goals leading to mistakes, and Raya was 2 last season. But then Raya did face a lot more shots, so it's hard to sum it up, isn't it?
Yeah, but the actual goal, the winning goal, really good play.
Trossard, banging
finish, and lovely little play from the corner. Fair play.
Yeah, and they dropped Havertz as well.
That's the type of game you need to win if you're going to go for a title. The trickier way to Goodison, difficult place to go,
especially with that poor form in the past.
Exactly. Plus you've got that psychological edge. But fair play.
Yeah, Everton let themselves down, not scoring goals.
The saviour better needs to start scoring, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Who else? Because they brought. I thought who they play left wing. I can't remember his name. that's it. That's the one. Well, he hasn't played for a while. Last season looked pretty decent.
Oh, Dwight McNeil.
That's the one.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because I've been waiting for Harrison to come in. I've completely forgot about.
Yeah,
Dwight
McNeil's a good player, but it's one of these like, how much end products has he got?
Yeah,
he's not got loads. Has
other
he?
than that messy performance he had last season.
Yeah, do you remember that?
But yeah, I mean, Everton starting to look in a bit of trouble, but we knew they were going to be down there, and Arsenal continue their good starting form.
Definitely.
Yeah. Right, let's get on to Newcastle Brentford then. 1-0 Newcastle. Thought a disallowed goal was a bit harsh from Flecken. He was a bit flapped at it, mate. I was like, you can't not give that, mate.
He did knock him, though.
Barely.
No, I get why it was.
Even if I went like that, you don't jump
but
like that.
they always rule them out. Like, I wouldn't rule it out.
It's beyond soft, mate.
We're used to it now. At least there's consistency with those ones.
I don't know.
Let's spoke about VAR.
I looked at it and I was like, what's... I didn't see any contact, really. Barely any contact, anyway. But then, obviously...
Wilson got the pen anyway, didn't he?
Wilson got the pen, took it well.
Loves a pen, didn't he?
Well, he had the disallowed goal as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he was the one who got disallowed.
Oh, yeah, of course. What do you think about the pen? The one that was actually given?
I can't remember it now, mate. Describe it to me.
Well, it was a combination of errors. I think it was... is it Rico Lewis? I can't remember. Their left back.
Rico Lewis.
Passed it back to the keeper to Flecken. Yeah. Henry. Is it Henry?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's done his ACL, bless him.
Well, it was one of them anyway. Passed it back to Flecken and
he's gone to get it.
Gordon's got his body.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit harsh because Gordon's almost chucked his body in the way of it.
Gordon has jumped in the way of it, and he's also going off the pitch. Like, there's no way he was getting around.
Yeah.
And the keeper...
I don't know why Flecken's done it. He should have... I mean, like I said, it's a combination
It's a clumsy one, but Gordon has jumped into it. He's
won it, hasn't he?
It's a tricky one, yeah. It's a tricky one. I'd be fuming it goes against me, to be honest, but it's one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair play. They were solid defensively.
Well, they nearly got a pen. They tried to give another pen later on, didn't they? I think... flicked Mbeumo's fingers. I was like, no way that going to stand. But thankfully, it got overruled. But Newcastle with a much needed win.
Yeah, they needed it.
It was always going to be tough against Brentford. Brentford away's
Brentford a good side.
Brentford is a good side. So good 3 points for Newcastle. I think Brentford will come again.
Defo, yeah.
Right, let's get on to Fulham Luton then. Was thinking this was going to be the last game, but Chelsea, they come in again.
I'll tell you what, mate.
Luton had their chances though, mate. Hit the post. I was like, oh, that's got to be... They were on top for a lot of it. No, they ain't got enough.
I just don't think they've got any goals at all.
Yeah.
Keep saying it about a few teams. I just don't.
Well, like you look at Sheffield, you like McBurney and Archer, they're going to get goals, especially Archer.
Yeah, that Archer signing for Sheffield United's giving them a hope.
I can't remember who's Luton's striker.
That Morris.
Morris, that's it.
How many goals are they going to get?
Not a lot. I really can't see him getting.
They've
got
Wolves at home this weekend. That'd be
I think it's a bit big set, but more for Wolves to be
fair. They've got to win that. Yeah,
they're at home, aren't they?
It's a 6-pointer.
6-pointer, yeah.
But yeah, they're just. I like that. What's the guy with the afro?
I can't remember his name. He had a good run, didn't he? But no one was tracking with him.
I like him, but other than that, I just think they haven't got the quality.
They ain't got the quality.
They ain't got hope. They haven't got hope. Sorry, Matt.
I mean,
they have not got hope.
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior?
Stuff for Luton. But without that dude, that keeper.
No, he's at Fulham, you mean.
Oh, he's at Fulham, is he?
Yeah, he scored the goal.
First time he's not really had a step this season.
Which was weird because he was playing really well at the back end of last season.
And Mitch is going, you'd think he'd give a chance.
And then they brought Jimenez in. But for $5 million. It's not like they brought him for 25
Yeah, Jimenez ain't scoring goals, but Willian getting an assist, wasn't he? But
yeah, because he's been injured, isn't he? This is his first game. I've recognised him being back.
Fulham, they had to win that.
Yeah, I mean, Fulham is the other team at the minute that are down with Everton and Wolves alongside the three promoted sides. For me anyway, the early starters.
I know it's really early to say, but I can't see anyone else dragged in. I think Bournemouth would be okay.
I mean, if they still had Mitrovic, you look at Fulham and be like, they've got a solid spine.
Yeah.
But hang on, Paulinho, five-year contract. What's that about?
Well, I didn't know he signed a new deal.
5 years.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Mental, because he was literally on the verge of trying.
It's probably just so they get good money from him in the summer. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's true. But then surely there's got to be a clause that you actually let him go.
He probably has a release clause or something, doesn't he?
But he's 28 now, and he's getting.
He's massive for them. Without them, they're down. Without him, they're down. They've not got hope about him.
100%.
But yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, Luton struggle though. I can't see much light at the end of the tunnel for them.
Massive game at the weekend against Wolves.
Yeah.
Home though, they've got a chance at home, but
we shall see. Right, let's get into Bournemouth Chelsea then. The boring 0-0, the first 0-0 of the Premier League season, mate.
Really?
You know that, yeah.
Wow.
Chelsea closing the show once again because they cannot score. My mate said today's the day that Mudrik's going to score. I said his first Premier League goal. I said, mate, put money on it because that is the quickest money you're going to lose in your life. The guy can't score if there was 3 goals piled next to each other.
Might as well get your money, walk to a drain, put it down the drain.
I said it's the quickest money you ever lose, mate.
Is he a Chelsea fan?
Ian.
Oh, really?
Arsenal fan, mate.
Madman. You look at the team, you got Mudryk, you got Jackson, not firing. You got, where else are the goals coming from? You got Sterling. Who's all right. Where else are the goals coming from?
I mean, Fernandes is pushing up a bit more. He's having a few opportunities.
They need to spend more money, mate.
Yeah, I mean, £1 billion. We've talked about it before. Like, no superstars, no nothing.
Nothing on the bench.
It's just
never heard of half of them.
It's a crazy situation. Poch is in real trouble, I think. Like you said, I think it's going to be a race between Poch and Ten Hag to go first. I thought Eddie Howe was maybe going to get dragged into the mix-up, but that win, I think, helped him out for a bit.
I don't think Bournemouth really created too much. I don't think they were great.
Like, that's what I mean. Bournemouth Chelsea should be spanking Bournemouth. Bournemouth got a good team. They've got some exciting players. Like we said about the benches, like I looked at both of the benches and Bournemouth they highlighted it. Yeah. Bournemouth, I would have that bench over them all day long, mate.
If we're being honest, Chelsea's level at the moment is Bournemouth, isn't it?
Well, I mean, they created a lot of chances. They had a lot of chances. Obviously, Jackson hit the post. I mean, both keepers made some good saves. I think Sterling had a couple of good opportunities. To be fair, he hit the bar, didn't he, from that free kick? That was pretty juicy.
Post, to be fair, bar and post.
That was pretty juicy. Has it stood?
Don't know. They're arguing.
Palmer had that good shot at the end. I mean, the keeper made a good save from that. Either side could have won it, but no one did.
No, it's just
another draw.
How many has Chelsea scored in the last couple?
I don't think they've scored since the Luton game, have they?
How many have they?
Yeah, it's not good. It's really not good for them. I mean, I'm happy for it, but
they're throwing over 500 million in January, won't they?
They have to.
But do you know what is? They're actually, if they're doomed. They are generally doomed.
They are digging themselves a bit of a hole.
He thinks, this absolute mug, thinks that he is so clever giving everyone these 8-year contracts. When these players flop, which they are,
they're never going to get rid of him.
They're not going to get rid of him. Mudryk is on how much a week? About 250 a week, 300 a week. Probably. If not more. You're not going to get rid of him. You're going to have players sitting on contracts for 6-7 years. Absolutely, literally, you're not going to have to
put so much faith in the fact that they're going to perform and live up to their potential.
But surely they need Champions League to sustain this. They ain't getting Champions League anytime soon.
No, of course not.
No way in hell they're getting Champions League this season. No way in hell.
100% not. Right, enough for them.
I love it. I enjoy it, making me keep talking about Chelsea. I love it.
Right, let's get on to the game that's currently playing as we record. It's Forest, Burnley. As we speak, it's 1-1.
Hudson-Odoi has just scored an
absolute Swizzler, mate.
What a great finish that was.
Great finish.
You got a literally cheeky assist from Awani.
Just
passed it 2 yards.
Yeah, I love it, mate. I love them sort of assists. But we're currently in the 65th minute. Well, coming up to the 65th minute. I don't want to say that because they might have scored that. 63rd minute. Well, obviously we can't talk too much about it because we've only been watching it as we record. Oh, cheers, Siri, mate. But go on in. What's your prediction for the final score? Obviously, I predicted 2-1 anyway.
Burnley playing really well first half. Scored a good goal, to be fair.
What did you predict? A 1-1, didn't you?
Did I not go 2-2? I think I went 2-2.
No, I think you went 1-1.
Anyway, what's this? The predictions?
We're just obviously we're not going to sit here and talk about the next 25 minutes, are we? So.
It's been an even game, I think.
So you're going to stick with your guns? You think it's staying 1-1?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a 2-2. I'm going to go 2-2.
Okay, you go 2-2. I'm going to go 2-1 Forest. Maybe 3-1 Forest because they're going to open the floodgates.
There we go.
But you know what to do, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we shall see you in the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.